Okay, do you have the power? Yes or no? What power? The power to exercise your choice, to exercise your free will, right? Again, in another video, I talked about responsibility, right? Okay, so you decide I'm gonna take responsibility. And what does that look like? Your whole life you cannot control. Your whole reality you cannot control. But there's some part that there is control. And that is your response to reality unfolding in front of you. Or what unfolded in front of you, like in the past, basically. So an example maybe is, easy example, you have one addiction and it's not nice, and because for a long time you ran away from responsibility and you feel like a slave to your addiction. It's not nice, and it's really does actually feel like that. It's really bad. Bro, hold it straight.
Oh, it's not? I think it is now.
Anyway, so what is the power? The power is your power to choose. You have A or B. Okay, maybe you have an addiction and you're a slave to your addiction. Your next choice, let's say you have a craving to give in to that addiction again. Well, there is a choice. Will you give in or will you not give in? And the other choice, that's more that most people use, is to ignore it. Just ignore it. And yeah, go with the flow. Going with the flow is giving in. Is the path of least resistance. So you feel a pressure a certain way and you go that way because you ignore the other choice of not going that way. And so the first step to take back your power is becoming aware of the choices you make in your life, all right? So there you have to recognize, doesn't matter what you're doing, you have to recognize there is a choice here. Will I do this next or will I do that next? Will I go on my phone or will I do the dishes? Will I clean the home or will I go do something else? You know, you always make some sort of choices, some sort of decisions. And taking responsibility for them means, all right, I know what I'm about to do, and I know responsibility is like I'm gonna do the correct decision, right? What will help me later, basically. So the more you make the right decisions in your life, the more you will feel confidence back. Like a fully blown addict who is a slave to their addiction, they feel hopeless and they feel powerless towards that addiction. Well, but it's because the whole time they went in one way, the path of least resistance. They never exercised their control in the other way. And to do that, the other way, the right way, the correct decision, that's trainable, that's a muscle. So if you're addicted, you don't use that muscle, and if you don't use it, you lose it. If you don't use your choice, If you don't use it, you lose it. And yeah, you become a slave, right? And so, first step, make the right choice. If you cannot do that, if something is too big, too daunting, right? Like if you're a heroin addict for 10 years, extreme example, but it's true, it will be so difficult to fully give up on that addiction, to outgrow it. And but it's possible because it happens. And what made that happen? Well, ultimately, it's people's choice. It's people's decision to take responsibility for their situation they're in and choose a different path from the path they always went down on. So be aware, make your choice, make what you think is the right choice. That is responsibility. And slowly, you will build confidence back into yourself. You'll feel like, you know what? I do have some power. Maybe I don't control everything, but I have like a little bit of control. And that little bit will become more and more and more until you're like so, like your ability to choose will become so powerful that it will be you that's going through life the way you want to go. Again, you don't control circumstances, but you control how you respond to them. But first, you have to make the choice to not ignore your previous reaction to them. So you can either react or respond, and respond, it's a choice that you make. Respond appropriately, it's a good choice that you make. So take back your power and take like a small step, like a small thing, try to make it a good thing. And things will snowball, you will build momentum and you will feel confident in very fast time probably. I'm not gonna give you how long specifically, depends on your situation, depends how long you have the habit to make the wrong choice or to not take responsibility for your choice. You know, this is not nice. You know, responsibility is not choice, but this can free you if you make the right choice. You know, there is choice. If you just learn to make the right choice, you will be more free in this life. Okay, that's it, and goodbye.